Jamie Carragher admits he hopes a Liverpool transfer rumour is true. Jamie Carragher has admitted he hopes transfer rumours linking Liverpool with a move to Jude Bellingham are true and said the Reds have big work on their hands in rebuilding their midfield next year. Bellingham has long been linked to a potential return to England after his good form for German team Borussia Dortmund and was touted as a possible target for the Reds in the last summer transfer window. We have already told you that the Reds are interested in Bellingham for a long time. However, this transfer did not happen because Dortmund does not want to lose another key player of the team in the same transfer window, as they sold Haaland this summer. In addition, it was already known that Liverpool was in the race with Real Madrid in this transfer, but recently other Premier League teams Manchester City, Manchester United and Chelsea were included in the Jude Bellingham race. Now, Liverpool legend Carragher has taken his stance on the rumours linking Bellingham to the move to Anfield, saying he would love to see the Merseyside team sign a promising youngster. He also underlined that the Reds have a lot of work to do in next year's transfer window. Of course I've seen the connections, but I hope they are true. Nobody knows, right? But there's no doubt that Liverpool will have a big job rebuilding their midfield in the summer or in January. It's just the age profile of many midfielders, Carragher said. And also due to the fact that I think there are 2 or 3 players whose contracts are out at the end of the season, so it's clear the club will need 2 or 3 midfielders in the summer before I think about the real quality of something extra they need. And if Jude Bellingham is one of them, because he's a great player. And as I said, there will be a lot of rumours about different midfielders between now and the end of the season. I hope one of them is true. He became one of the most famous players in the world at the time. 3 goals in 32 Bundesliga games. Scored and had 8 assists. In the last 2 seasons, he scored 10 goals in 90 games for Borussia Dortmund. Despite his young age, he played for the England national team 15 times. We always say that Liverpool really wants him, but it is necessary to convey that concrete developments have started slowly. Recently, Liverpool investigated whether there was an exit clause in the player's contract. Of course, Dortmund, which expects a bid of more than £100 million, will of course not want the release clause to be known. However, the search continues for a more reasonable agreement. Another example of these concrete initiatives is Klopp's statements. Speaking in July, Liverpool boss Jürgen Klopp proved the interest correct when asked about Bellingham, saying the player was not in the market this summer. He's not in the market, so that's the first problem with that player, Klopp said in the summer transfer window. Well, that's the only problem with that player. Dortmund's club recently insisted that the player is very happy at the club, and the German team announced that they do not want to lose the midfielder next summer. Dortmund sporting director Sebastian Kehl said recently, "Jude is very happy at the club, very committed to us. I hope he can stay next season and for a long time. We try to keep our best players. Jude is one of them and we try to keep them for as long as possible. But ultimately, the money is the money. It's another direction, and the UK pays much more than Germany. We have to renew our philosophy every year. It is very normal for the club to make such a statement. Of course, they are not in a position to come out and say that we want to sell our player. The German club is known as the player factory and has a good marketing strategy. Liverpool's job will not be easy, but Jude Bellingham's willingness to work with Klopp could put the Reds ahead in this race." Blow of the year from Liverpool to Real Madrid. One of the problems experienced in Liverpool this season is the formlessness of the defensive line. Particularly in the defeat against Napoli, obvious individual mistakes led to the conceding of goals. Since the beginning of the season, Virgil van Dijk's formless appearance continued, but Joe Gomez's unbelievable mistakes in the Napoli match almost shattered Liverpool. Gomez signed a long-term contract with Liverpool at the start of the season and believed it was time to show up. However, he has officially shown that he cannot be in the starting lineup as he has been for years. Liverpool are now looking for a centre-back and are interested in Southampton defender Armel Bella-Kotchap. Interest in the actor, who is seen as the ultimate successor to Virgil van Dijk, has grown. The Reds have made good trades with Southampton in recent years. Names such as Van Dijk, Sadio Mane, Adam Lallana, Dejan Lovren, Peter Crouch and Nathaniel Clyne have transferred to Liverpool in recent years. Now, Bella can follow those names. The 20-year-old transferred from Bochum to Southampton this summer. Southampton added young potential to the team for just £8.6 million. This deal seems like a cunning job for Ralph Hasenhüttl's side, and Bella has been doing well for Southampton so far. He got such a good form that the player was recently called up to the Germany squad. Hansi Flick's performance was deemed sufficient to be included in the World Cup squad. However, his rapid rise caught the attention of many other clubs. Real Madrid and Bayern Munich are interested in the player that the Reds are interested in. For this reason, it is reported that Liverpool wanted to act early and grab the player. Jürgen Klopp believes Bella to be Van Dijk's ideal successor. Since he did not get the contribution he expected from Joe Gomez, he was considered instead. Liverpool set a world record £75 million for picking up Van Dijk from Southampton in January 2018. The Dutch star has already proven that this is value for money. Since moving to Anfield, he's earned almost everything he needs to win. But he is 31 years old and Liverpool needs to think about his future. That's why the Bella move is not unreasonable at all. But Liverpool's immediate priorities are to strengthen their midfield options. Transfer expert Dean Jones doesn't think a move for Bella will happen anytime soon. Jones suggests that any move for the defender will likely happen in the summer of 2024. He's definitely on a steep climb right now. He's been called up to Germany and he's also linked to Liverpool. I don't think it's a surprise that they watched him at this stage, because the way he's fit into the Premier League has been very impressive. He's only 20 years old and I think he's in the best club in 2 years, said Jones. It looks like Bella won't be a Saints player for long. The defender looks like he's in a good place to broaden his exposure and stand out against some of the best attackers in world football. Liverpool have raided Southampton frequently over the years and it wouldn't be a surprise to see a future raid again. Bella has a contract with Southampton until 2026. However, with this performance, it seems certain that he will not stay until the last year of his contract. But by the summer of 2024, when the defender has 2 years left, the pressure to sell will be huge. By then, Armel Bella will be 22 years old and in a much better shape in terms of experience. Being included in the national team will increase his ambition even more. Do you think Bella can succeed at Liverpool?